This is Giancarlo Franzvea from Lympha System Solution. Today we're going to talk about picking and packing with TBO4. Picklist in TBO4 supports sales order, transfer requests, production order. We do have pallet management. We can support SSC creation of SSC codes as you pick. We have label printing. We support bin location, serial and batch managed items. And we have a number of settings that can be configured and can modify the business logic or the user experience. Then we're going to talk about packing, where we can create SSCC. We have a function to clone the SSCC configuration in multiple packages. We do record the SSCC dimension and weight. And we do also have integrated freight, where we can print labels for your packages to FedEx, UPS, USPS, and ShipStation. The demo today, we're gonna create a pick list based on a sales order. We're gonna have a little bit of an overview of our pick and pack manager replicated in TBO4. We're gonna pick items using TBO4. We're gonna create a packing slip using the clone SCC function, and then we're gonna see how this will update SAP B1. We'll be updating the pick list, and in this configuration we're going to create a delivery note draft with the SCC details on the packing slip, standard packing slip of SAP B1. Based on configuration, we can also just update pick list, create straight delivery note instead of the delivery note draft, or invoice. And this is for sales order. For transfer requests, same, we can create transfer and transfer draft. And for production order, we can create straight the output of it. So we're gonna click on picking, TBO4. We did replicate it, what it is, the pick and pack manager of SAP B1, where there is the release, pick list, partially picked, pick with issues, we're gonna talk about that, fully picked, and all. You can also go to the pick and pack manager and not only see what has been released, picked, partially picked, but what also has been packed and completed. We can also do other things like assign specific pickers or assign priority to our pick lists. So first step would be to create a pick list from an existing sales order. We see here pick list from our default warehouse with the 3 different bins. We're gonna go back here, refresh our pick lists. We're gonna see the pick list here. So if we click on the pick list, we're gonna see what is the item, the quantity. Now we can scan on top right our item code. We can see what is the bin location suggested from SAP B1. We can also see what are the current quantity in the existing bin location. In this case, we also are able to scan the bin location on top right. In this case, I'm going to put New York bin. I'm going to override, taking all my quantity from the New York bin. You can see that it goes back, everything is in green. This was the release quantity. We picked all 800. We go one-on-one relationship, so our packing quantity would be 800. All those columns, they're customizable. Quantity remaining is 0. This means we're good to go. What else we can do on the item level? We can map our field to extra fields, like user-defined field. We can say, in this case, what is our PO number. This will be reflecting the line of our delivery notes. We can also see if we have pallets available with this item. We can highlight if there is an issue on the bin location and keep proceeding with our work. Going back to the order list. At this point, we can create SCC labels. We can take photos, or we can update the pick list straight in SAP B1. In this case, we just want to go through the packing process as well. So we're going to hit complete, and the pick list will be disappearing from the release since it's fully picked. In case we highlight any issues, the pick list will appear here, and warehouse manager can see what the issue was. For example, if on the bin location there was no quantity available. Let's go now to the packing process. So packing process, we're going to sales, packing, or we can go straight to packing. We can see our pick list ready to be packed. We can combine multiple pick lists in one packing list, pack items. This is going to show the detail of whatever has been picked. We did pick 800, we're going to pack those items. So at this stage, I'm going to create a new SCC label, and this is my active SSCC, I'm going to create a pallet of 40. In this case, every pallet is going to be one SSCC, and we can say here the quantity associated with this is going to create a new one, add another 40, date, and we did packed now 80. Gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use, because I don't want to do this process over and over, I'll be able to clone the existing SSCC. So I might want to create another 18 with the same configuration, and in one shot I created 20 pallets with different SCC codes with the same quantity on it, or of 40. In case I create here this what we call the audit, so I can see exactly what the user did. I can also unpack and recreate the current packing just by clicking, for example, unpack. I'm gonna unpack that line. My quantity now is back to 760. I'm gonna recreate the same pallet with the same SCC number 40. We can see that the green quantity is completed. At this stage, I'm going to print the labels. I can select them all. I can print specific label. I'm going to see if the label has been printed or not. We can assign length, width, and height of our packages, or pallets in this case. What is the total volume? What is the total weight? This will be retrieved from the item master data in case all this information will be maintained in SAP BW1. You can add special instruction to the pallet, what the kind of package type is. We also have integrated freight, so we have a list of carrier we can integrate with. I'm going to use a specific label from printer, right? Print. I'm going to confirm if FedEx run is going to be a shipping type. For the purpose of this demo, we're not going to show the difference on the label printed from FedEx. Here's the simulation of my ZPL. You can see from where we're shipping to Maxitech. This is the item breakdown of my label. This is my sales order, my pick list number, and customer reference number. This is my SCC label, and we can see has been printed 20 of those labels. Okay, once I happy with the labels, I can start sticking those labels on the pallets or packages, and then I hit complete to commit all this information to SAP Business One. After I hit complete, the information will be synchronized in SAP BW1. In this case, the configuration is based on a delivery node draft. So what he does, he did update it here, the pick list. He changed the bin location to the one that I already with TBO4, picked 800. And if I go and open my document draft report, I'm going to select only the draft created from WMS. I can filter documents and hit OK. This is the pick list 19056. Open my delivery draft. And I can see that I have my item with my quantity. And if I open my packing slip, I have all my SSCC with a breakdown of the quantity in it, the length, width, height, and weight from TBO4. I have a total of 20 pallets. This is the SSCC that can be transmitted through EDI to your customer, and I can double check that everything is good. In the package contents, we saw there were all the quantities. If I took photos, I will see those in the attachments, and I can see that this has been created by this user, TBO4. We do have also user-defined field that will define what is the TBO4 transaction number. This point I can just complete by adding the document. Thank you, and see you on the next